Oranges are fragile. They bruise like peaches, rot like strawberries, and shrivel in the wrong conditions. Yet, somehow, 75 million tons of them travel across oceans, through storms, and over scorching deserts, arriving fresh, juicy, and ready to eat. How? Think about that. Your morning orange might have started its journey weeks ago in a sun-drenched grove in Brazil. It's been plucked, packed, and shipped across oceans, braving storms, heat waves, and the relentless countdown to spoilage. One mistake, too much heat, a single punctured fruit, or a delay at customs can turn an entire shipment into useless mush. But here's the magic. Science and logistics have mastered time itself. High-tech refrigeration, oxygen-controlled storage, and real-time tracking ensure oranges arrive perfect, even after traveling thousands of miles. From the hands of farmers to the aisles of your supermarket, every orange has a secret journey. How do they stay fresh? What happens if they don't? And how do billions of people enjoy oranges year-round, even when they're out of season? By the end of this video, you'll never look at an orange the same way again. Because behind every sip of juice and every peeled slice lies a race against time, a battle against nature, and a global network of innovation. The journey of an orange begins long before it reaches your hands. The air is thick with the scent of citrus. The midday sun burns overhead as workers move swiftly, their hands plucking ripe oranges with practiced precision. Each fruit is a gamble. Pick it too soon, and it's sour. Wait too long, and it's already lost. There is no second chance. Unlike apples or bananas, oranges don't ripen after being picked. Their clock starts the moment they are plucked from the tree. Every orange is inspected by hand. A single bruise can trigger a chain reaction of rot, spreading from one fruit to an entire shipment. Workers move fast but carefully, placing oranges into padded bins before sending them to the next critical step, washing and sorting. Here, powerful jets of water blast away dirt, leaves, and pests. Then, each orange is coated in a thin layer of edible wax. This isn't just for shine. It locks in moisture, keeping the orange fresh for weeks. But not all oranges take the same path. Some are destined for the grocery store, while others will be squeezed into billions of liters of juice. The fresh oranges are sorted by size, color, and weight, ensuring uniform quality. The ones with minor imperfections? They'll be juiced, their skins used for essential oils or animal feed. Nothing goes to waste. Now, the real challenge begins. Oranges are alive. They breathe. If packed incorrectly, they release carbon dioxide and heat, ripening too fast and spoiling mid-journey. To stop this, exporters use precise ventilation and cooling techniques. Some shipments are even exposed to a controlled dose of ethylene gas, halting ripening until the fruit reaches its destination. Every step is a battle against time, temperature, and decay. From the orchard to the processing center, oranges have survived their first test. But their biggest challenge is still ahead: the long, unpredictable journey across the world. An orange's worst enemy isn't insects, disease, or even human error. It's time. The moment an orange is picked, its biological clock starts ticking. Unlike apples or bananas, it won't ripen after being harvested. It can only stay fresh or start to degrade. And when it's being transported thousands of miles across oceans, deserts, and continents, the pressure is immense. If conditions aren't perfect, entire shipments, worth millions of dollars, can turn into rotting, unsellable waste. Oranges don't travel short distances. The world's biggest producer, Brazil, exports over 1 million metric tons of fresh oranges every year, with its biggest customers in Europe, the United States, and Asia. That means oranges from Sao Paulo's sprawling citrus farms must endure a journey of up to 8,000 miles, passing through ports, customs checkpoints, and unpredictable weather systems before reaching store shelves. Spain, the second-largest exporter, ships its citrus across Europe, while Egypt, South Africa, and the U.S. supply markets worldwide. Every major orange-producing country faces the same challenge: how to move an incredibly delicate fruit across vast distances without compromising quality. The first major hurdle? Temperature control. Oranges must be kept between 3 degrees Celsius and 8 degrees Celsius, 37 degrees Fahrenheit to 46 degrees Fahrenheit, from the moment they leave the processing facility. Cold is a silent killer. If temperatures drop just a few degrees too low, oranges suffer invisible chilling injuries. They look fine, but inside, they've turned dry, flavorless, and unsellable. Too much warmth? They ripen too fast, releasing ethylene gas like a ticking time bomb. One bad orange can set off a chain reaction, rotting an entire container before it even reaches port. Even minor fluctuations of just a few degrees can cause mold growth, soft spots, or loss of juiciness. To solve this, exporters rely on precision-controlled refrigerated containers known as reefers. These high-tech shipping units do more than just cool. They regulate oxygen and carbon dioxide levels, creating an artificial atmosphere that slows down the natural aging process of the fruit. Think of it as putting an orange into suspended animation. But reefers aren't perfect. If a cooling unit fails mid-journey, if humidity levels rise unexpectedly, or if a shipping delay keeps oranges stuck on a dock under the blazing sun, an entire load can be lost. And those delays? They happen all the time. An orange shipment might be scheduled to reach Europe in 2 weeks, but any disruption, port congestion, labor strikes, bad weather, mechanical breakdowns, or customs holdups can push that timeline back. Unlike manufactured goods, oranges don't wait. They continue aging, losing their freshness with every extra day in transit. A delay of just 48 hours can mean massive financial losses, forcing companies to sell at a discount or even discard entire shipments. There's also another hidden threat: container contamination. Oranges might be packed in pristine conditions, but if they share a cargo hold with goods that release strong odors, like fish, chemicals, or certain spices, they can absorb those smells, making them unsellable. Worse, if even one damaged or overripe orange is loaded into a shipment, it can become a time bomb of rot, spreading decay through the entire container. Because of these risks, many exporters hedge their bets by using air freight for premium oranges. A plane can get fruit from Brazil to Europe in under 24 hours, compared to 3 weeks by ship. But speed comes at a cost. Air transport is up to 15 times more expensive than ocean freight. That's why it's mostly reserved for high-value citrus varieties or urgent deliveries, while the majority of oranges still endure the slower, riskier ocean voyage. Even after oranges survive the long-haul journey, they face one final challenge: the distribution network. Once they reach their destination port, they still need to be trucked to grocery stores and markets, often across multiple countries. Here, the same dangers apply: temperature spikes, transit delays, improper storage. Any mistake at this stage can still ruin the fruit. Despite all these challenges, oranges continue to be one of the most widely traded fruits in the world. Advances in logistics, refrigeration, and preservation techniques have made it possible for them to reach billions of people year-round, even when they're out of season in their country of origin. But the industry isn't stopping there. What if we could track every orange in real time? What if AI and IoT sensors could prevent spoilage before it happens? For centuries, shipping oranges was an unpredictable battle against time, temperature, and nature itself. Farmers and traders could do everything right: harvesting at peak ripeness, handling fruit carefully, packing with precision. But once a shipment left port, it was at the mercy of the elements. A heat wave, a delayed ship, or a mechanical failure could turn millions of dollars worth of fruit into waste. But today, that uncertainty is vanishing. A revolution is underway in orange transportation, driven by cutting-edge science, automation, and artificial intelligence. Every stage of the journey, from orchard to supermarket, is now optimized for precision, efficiency, and sustainability. One of the most significant breakthroughs in citrus transport is the evolution of refrigerated shipping containers, or reefers. These aren't just giant fridges on wheels or ships. They're smart environments designed to keep oranges in perfect condition across vast distances. A modern reefer does much more than just maintain cold temperatures. It actively regulates oxygen and carbon dioxide levels, creating an environment that slows ripening and prevents spoilage. This process, known as controlled atmosphere (CA) storage, allows oranges to last far longer than they would under normal refrigeration. Instead of simply keeping the fruit cold, CA storage lowers oxygen levels inside the container while increasing carbon dioxide. This tricks the oranges into a state of dormancy, slowing down their respiration and delaying the natural breakdown process that leads to overripening. But even the most advanced reefer can't prevent problems if conditions suddenly change. A minor power outage, a faulty door seal, or a refrigeration system failure can trigger a slow but deadly chain reaction, where temperatures inside the container rise just a few degrees, enough to turn a shipment of pristine oranges into unsellable waste. That's why modern reefers are now equipped with real-time monitoring sensors that send live data to logistics teams. These sensors track not only temperature but also humidity, gas levels, and even fruit respiration rates. If a problem arises, a sudden spike in heat, excessive moisture buildup, or a CO2 imbalance, the system can send instant alerts to operators who can take corrective action before the damage becomes irreversible. Some reefers even have automated self-adjusting climate controls using artificial intelligence to predict and prevent spoilage. If humidity levels get too high, the system can activate dehumidifiers to remove excess moisture before mold or condensation becomes a threat. If oxygen levels drop too low, precision valves can introduce fresh air to rebalance the container's atmosphere. This kind of real-time intervention was impossible just a few decades ago. Today, it's becoming the industry standard. Perhaps the most astonishing development in orange transport isn't refrigeration, it's connectivity. Thanks to IoT, Internet of Things, technology, exporters can now track an orange's journey down to the individual container, or even the individual pallet. In the past, once an orange shipment left the processing facility, it entered a black hole of uncertainty. Did the fruit stay at the correct temperature? Did the cargo get delayed at port? Was the humidity level inside the container stable, or did condensation start forming? These were questions exporters couldn't answer until the fruit arrived, sometimes in perfect condition, sometimes spoiled beyond rescue. Now, tiny wireless sensors placed inside containers send constant live updates to cloud-based logistics platforms. If a container sits too long in the sun waiting to be loaded, operators get an instant alert and can take action before temperatures rise dangerously high. If a port delay occurs, exporters can adjust their distribution plan in real time, rerouting the shipment or even adjusting atmospheric conditions inside the reefer to slow down ripening. Even more impressive, AI-powered logistics platforms can predict problems before they happen. By analyzing past shipment data, weather patterns, and global transport conditions, AI can detect early warning signs of potential delays, equipment failures, or climate-related risks, allowing logistics teams to proactively adjust transport routes or storage conditions. For example, if an AI system detects that a port in Europe is experiencing unexpected congestion, it can reroute a shipment mid-journey to a different unloading point, minimizing delays and protecting fruit freshness. If a hurricane is approaching a major shipping lane, AI can recommend alternate routes before vessels even set sail. These split-second decisions can mean the difference between a perfect orange and a wasted one. While refrigeration and IoT tracking have revolutionized orange transport, scientists are also developing new ways to extend shelf life even further. One of the most exciting breakthroughs is modified atmosphere packaging, MAP, a technology that alters the gas composition around each individual orange rather than just the shipping container. In MAP systems, oranges are packed in special high-barrier plastic films that control the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. The packaging keeps oxygen low and moisture balanced, preventing microbial growth and slowing ripening, even without refrigeration. Some variations even include natural antimicrobial coatings infused with citrus extracts or plant-based preservatives, adding an extra layer of protection against spoilage. Even for oranges destined for juice production, major innovations are taking place. Traditionally, orange juice has been shipped in concentrated form, frozen into blocks and transported in massive refrigerated tankers. But now, new techniques like ultra-high pressure processing, HPP, and aseptic packaging allow fresh, unpasteurized juice to be stored and transported without refrigeration for extended periods. HPP kills bacteria while preserving natural flavors and nutrients, making it possible to distribute fresh orange juice across the world without relying on chemical preservatives or excessive heat treatment. With 75 million tons of oranges transported globally each year, the environmental impact of citrus shipping is enormous. That's why the industry is now focusing on sustainability, reducing carbon footprints, cutting food waste, and transitioning to cleaner, more energy-efficient transport systems. One of the biggest breakthroughs? Solar-powered cold storage. In citrus exporting countries like Brazil and Spain, farmers and exporters are now using solar energy to power refrigerated storage facilities and reefer containers, cutting reliance on fossil fuels while keeping oranges at ideal temperatures. Some shipping companies are even experimenting with hybrid-powered cargo vessels, using a combination of liquefied natural gas, LNG, and battery storage to reduce emissions from ocean freight. Meanwhile, land transport is shifting toward electric-powered refrigerated trucks, eliminating the carbon-heavy diesel generators traditionally used for cold chain logistics. At the retail level, efforts to reduce plastic waste are accelerating. Biodegradable and compostable fruit packaging is being introduced, replacing conventional plastic film with plant-based alternatives. Some grocery chains are even using laser-etch labeling, removing the need for stickers and extra packaging altogether. The journey of an orange is no longer a battle against time and decay. It's a high-tech operation driven by science, data, and sustainability. From self-regulating refrigerated containers to AI-powered logistics, from smart packaging to eco-friendly transport solutions, the citrus industry is constantly evolving. But what comes next? Could genetic innovations create oranges that naturally resist spoilage? Could blockchain technology make citrus trade even more transparent and efficient? As technology advances, the future of orange shipping is only getting brighter, and with it, the promise of fresher, juicier oranges reaching every corner of the world, faster and more efficiently than ever before. Every orange is a survivor. It has battled time, distance, and nature itself. Plucked from sun-drenched groves, it has braved scorching heat, icy cold, and the chaos of global trade, all to reach your hands fresh and perfect. This is no ordinary fruit. It's the product of precision, smart containers, AI-driven tracking, cold chain mastery, every step, every mile, calculated to cheat time and stop decay. Hold an orange in your hand. Feel its smooth skin, its perfect weight. Now imagine its journey. The sun-drenched grove where it was born. The stormy seas it crossed. The hands, hundreds of them, that worked to bring it here, fresh and perfect. It shouldn't have made it, but it did. And now, all you have to do is peel. Oranges aren't just fruit. They are stories. Stories of survival, innovation, and the relentless human drive to bring nature's best to your table. And if you love discovering the hidden journeys behind your food, subscribe now, because every bite has a story, and we're here to tell it.